Since the first public demonstration of radio by Nikola Tesla in 1893, no one ever thought of putting the 2 hours of music together until we created reggae2reggae.com. On reggae2reggae.com, we encourage our listeners with an inclusive, intelligent, and innovative alternative media experience. On reggae2reggae.com. Since the first public demonstration of radio by Nikola Tesla in 1893, no one ever thought of putting the 2 hours of music together until we created reggae2reggae.com.
Sitting on the limb of a tree, giving me a sound of. I guess he's trying to tell me something that I should know about this new wind, a new wind that's gonna blow. He's a raining of the heathen, coming down on my people, taking the goodness of life. And
Dr. Cheryl Chung on reggae2reggae.com. 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 Dr. Cheryl Chung on.
Hi, we're back. Oh my goodness. And it is days of preparation number 7 on CelebrateLife.me. And we are on reggae2reggae.com. And boy, have we been having an exciting time as we looked at preparing for the proposal of the king. And as usual, I want you to understand that this whole series not just prepares us for the proposal from the King of Kings, but it also prepares us to be more lovable, to have more loving relationships, and how to get ourselves ready for any proposal, whether it's a business proposal or it's a personal proposal or an internet proposal. Any kind of proposal has to be based in the preparation of the one being proposed to by love. And you know, the other day I was speaking with a client services manager of a financial institution, and we were discussing, that's not the other day, this was about 4 months ago, when I had an incident, very unloving incident. And I said, you know, all employees need to learn how to deal in love in a business environment, in a business situation. because love needs to be the basis for all our interactions. And so, as we prepare in day 7 for the proposal of the king, we are going to look at the 4 rules of celebrate life. And they are: 1, know where you're going. Dum, 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 dum. 2, know who your driver is. Vroom. 3, pay as you enter. Yes, sir. You got to pay at the front end. Put in your part, your responsibilities. And 4, celebrate the ride. Yes. Number 4 is that you must enjoy the process, the journey of getting there. That's where most of the fun is. And so don't have an attitude of grin and beers while you're going through. That was not the Creator's intention. And so I'm here to sort of guide you through by looking at my own journey as I went through, because there ain't nothing you could ever face that I have not faced. Believe it or not, you'll never know it. But that's the whole process of life. The whole process of life is learning to deal with those situations that face us on a daily, momently basis and just soar through them. I want to just probably give you one of my verses that help to guide me through. We all face the unknown to us. But if you have the right person driving your bus, it is not unknown to the driver. The driver has gone along that route forever. And secondly, the driver knows all the turns and the bumps and the drops and the valleys and the mountains and the challenges. Why? Because in fact, the driver made the route, made the bus, made the passengers. Duh! So it is really quite easy to just pat you behind, stay in the shadow of, and we will be able to know where we're going, know our driver, pay as you enter, and enjoy the ride. So, as we move into this day 7, our days of preparation, we are looking specifically at changing your DNA. I know everybody is asking about that, but there's a process, it's called the kingdom process. And one of the things that is relative to DNA is our blood. Blood, the life of a human being is in the blood. The life of the plant world is in the seed. And so we always have to look at the blood. And I am here to tell you the only way you can change your DNA is not just the blood, right? All right, bloody business we're talking about here, but I'm here to tell you that unless we understand the concepts which are parallel in the spiritual, physical, and psychological realms, then we will not be able to have any sustainable change. And that's what we're about. We are not about coping or managing. We are about curing, reversing, permanent, sustainable change. So, changing your DNA. And we're talking here about genetics. We're talking about the gene, which means the sort of a rational part of us, the ration of genes that we get from here and from there. Because we know, we talk about the genes that we get from our parents. And that's where genes come down from. Something that went before us and is passed to us. And one of the things, when you change your parentage from a place of looking at who your natural parents are to a place of looking at where your spiritual parentage comes from. That's how the only way you're going to have any change in genes, if you change your parentage. And we know once you are born with these parents, it doesn't matter what adoption take place, whatever happens, there is no way you can change who your mother was and who your father was. Absolutely nothing you can do. So one of the first things we learn to do, if we are going to take advantage of these changes, is to accept where we are. Because if we must have change, we can't change from a position of ignorance. We have to change from a position of knowledge. And so we start by acknowledging, where am I now? This is my natural birth situation. These are the circumstances in which I find myself. I accept them, I embrace them, I recognize that they are a part of who I am. And we are, one of a kind. You see the two thumbprints? You cannot find any replica for that. Right? And all the different characteristics that make me are set. I am here to tell you, they are unchangeable. And guess what? There is absolutely nobody else exactly like me. And so do not expect other people to totally understand what you think, why you do things, because it's your individual dream. And we need to understand how to chart our course based on the fact that this is where we are going. If there are others who want to patch in along the way, then wonderful. We coordinate and we use what they bring to the table to complete our dream. But don't change your dream and your direction. In the next section, we will talk more about this. So come back.
We encourage our listeners with an inclusive, intelligent, and innovative alternative media experience. Since the first public demonstration of radio by Nikola Tesla in 1893, no one ever thought of putting the 2 hours of music together until we created Reggae2Reggae.com.
Are you struggling with some kind of health condition? Is it arthritis, high blood pressure, Crohn's disease, constipation, AIDS, cancer? Whatever it is, we can show you how to get your natural defenses up so that your bodies will deal with your condition. Join us as our studio audience on Reggae2Reggae.com when we will teach you how to celebrate every moment of your life. Call us at 336-7350 for information. Limited space.
Reggae to reggae, bun down bro mana. Make it burn, them call mana. Make it burn, one figure oh mana. Make it burn, make it bun. Africa we come from mana. Reggae to reggae, big up on yourself, saying, Aile! as I would say.
Join me for Celebrate Life, where we will be looking at all the issues that you could possibly have and how you can transform them into a celebratory occasion. Celebrate life on reggae2reggae.com. See you there.
So keep it tuned to reggae2reggae.com and we have more for you. Keep it locked. So keep it tuned to reggae2reggae.com and we have more for you. Keep it locked. So keep it tuned to reggae2reggae.com and we have more for you. Keep it locked.
Reggae2reggae.com. Dr. Cheryl Chung on reggae2reggae.com. Dr. Cheryl Chung on reggae2reggae.com. Dr. Cheryl Chung on reggae2reggae.com.
Today's a master cleanser. Welcome back to Celebrate Life as we are in day 7 of Days of Preparation, and we're in our second segment, and we were looking at changing your DNA. And we spoke about the natural DNA and the fact that this comes out of the blood, and this is how it is transferred from one person to the other. And in that transference of blood, which continues incidentally for 10 to 15 minutes after the child comes out into the world. And so this idea of boof, caught the umbilical cord always puts the child into shock. When the child comes out, he or she is supposed to be placed on the belly of the mother for 10 to 15 minutes until its own blood circulatory system starts to go on its own. When you cut the cord, you put the child into shock immediately, because for 10 to 15 minutes after birth, the child is still getting the blood from the parent. And so you need for that process to transfer and for their own system to get going. Now, interspersing these sessions will be a lot of health/medical information, truth, let's just put it that way, that we need to be aware of so that we do not have a schism, a break between the truth of the spirit and the truth of the psyche and the truth of the body. They're all one, right? And so this is why the principles of one area can be transferred to another area, and we will have the same amount of success. So it is in the spiritual, so it is in the natural. So we're talking about DNA and blood. Another thing, since we're talking about system development, is that we need to understand that all systems have a time factor. The circulatory system, 10 to 15 minutes after birth, then we are really ready to use our own circulatory system. There are other systems, and I'll tell you about just one now, the digestive system. Do you know how long that takes to develop? 2 years, 24 months. That is right. A child needs to be on, listen clearly, breast milk for 24 months, exclusively for 3 months, preferably for 6 months. Then for the next 6 months, you introduce juices from fruit, vegetable, nut, seed, peas, beans, whatever, in their raw state, mixed with the expressed breast milk. Or if you still want to breastfeed, if it's convenient, wonderful. And you understand if there is an issue of not enough breast milk, then that also can be corrected. It really should be worked on before the birth. And that's also something that you can look at in our Hallelujah Babies project. There's a Hallelujah Babies project that I have, which you can come in and clean up the DNA before you conceive, the DNA of the father and the mother. Then you conceive, and during the growth of the fetus or the young child in the mother, then that monitoring of the DNA and building is continued by the feeding of the mother. And then after birth, that whole process of development of its own systems. And we talk here of just the circulatory and digestive, but we'll talk about some more at another time. But that's how important blood is. So this is why if you want to change your DNA, you have to change your blood. Yes, man, you have to change the blood. So, how are we going to get new blood? This is why we speak of the experience of putting yourself into a new family, the universal family of your Creator, where you embrace and accept the principles that were laid down at creation. Once you look at transferring your nationhood, when you look at transferring to a new kingdom where you have a new ruler, a new kingship, a new set of laws, which we call kingdom principles, the whole process of going there is a rebirth. It cannot be an adoption. It is in fact a rebirth, because you now have new blood. You have new systems. Whose systems? You have the same systems as our big brother, Jesus. Now, this is just like how Jesus was born of a woman, but the fatherhood was a spirit of God. That's the same way I was reborn. Yes. Same. My motherhood was really my mother and father on earth. But my father came from the spirit of my Creator Father. And so that spirit that moved upon my spirit, and I decided to respond to it, to say, yes, I really want this fathership. I want to be reborn into this family. And I'm here to tell you, a blood transfusion takes place. Now, all of this happens in the spiritual realm. And so we don't have to go to the hospital and, plug up and get all the blood transfusion thing, right? It is done in the spiritual realm. And we know that everything real happens in the spiritual realm, and then it comes down into the physical realm. So, that is why they call it a born again experience. Don't think it's no mumbo jumbo thing, right? It is a rebirth, because you get new blood. That is how you get the new DNA. But old things hard to get rid of. And very often what happens is that we have formed certain habits, certain practices of doing things in a particular way, and as a result of that, though we have new blood and new DNA, the habits of the past have stuck to us. And that's what we call the carnal nature. Because now I have a new nature. I've had it from I was 6 or 7. Yes. And so it has taken me all these 58 years to work on it and to pick out the old habits. I'm here to tell you, by the time you are 6 or 7, all your habits have been already formed and cemented in soft cement. So if you sit down for too long, the cement going harden. That is why the best time to make this adjustment is when you are young. However, I just don't want anybody to say, well, the horse gone through the gate. When you decide, if you decide to make this at 60, 70, 80, year 40, 36, I don't care. Where after the cement is set, guess what? The spirit has the ability to cut between bone and marrow. I don't know where bone and marrow start. Between soul and spirit. And so, when you get into this thing later in life, it means that you have to do a little fast forward on the agent that is going to make the change. What is the agent that is going to make the change? The word. Whether it is you need cleansing of all the bad stuff, the washing of the water of the word. Whether it is you need a weapon to pull down all of those thoughts. Listen, the weapons of our warfare to pull down all of those thoughts are not physical weapons. Pulling down those thoughts, those imaginations that exalt itself against the truth of who you really have been recreated to be, which was really your original creation. All those things that you have come into this recreation, re-DNAization, was the original intent of your creator. But because we took the knowledge of good and evil, eat up that tree, and our eyes were open to all the possibilities, the evil ones. And we saw that, why that looks so good? Look at this color, man. Ooh, it's pretty. Let's try. Well, you get what the dog neck, because I'm here to tell you, whatever is over next door always look better from across the fence. But when you get over there, oh my goodness, you see all the prickles and the thorns, and you see all the junk in the roots. Not for me at all. So it doesn't matter what time you decide to make this switch and receive this new DNA, you can make a decision to apply that capability to make the changes quick and fast. So we'll talk more about this in the next section. So come back.
Since the first public demonstration of radio by Nikola Tesla in 1893, no one ever thought of putting the 2 hours of music together until we created Reggae to Reggae.com.
Are you struggling with some kind of health condition? Is it arthritis, high blood pressure, Crohn's disease, constipation, AIDS, cancer? Whatever it is, we can show you how to get your natural defenses up so that your bodies will deal with your condition. Join us as our studio audience on reggae2reggae.com when we will teach you how to celebrate every moment of your life. Call us at 333 836-7350 for information. Limited space.
This is the Uprising Roast Band, and I represent for reggae2reggae.com. Boom, shakalaka, boom, boom, boom. Sing, check out, I'm out. Trench down, you keep on rocking. Bang, ba, ding, be, dong, bang, bang, be, ding. Trench down, you keep on rocking. Yeah, the Uprising Root.
You see the little that they gave you was just to deceive you. Don't tell me that you were blind. Don't let the devil fool you. Oh, yeah.
Cheryl Chung on reggae2reggae.com. Dr. Cheryl Chung on reggae2reggae.com. Dr. Cheryl Chung on reggae2reggae.com.
Oh, yes, that pepper drink just looks nice. Changes to your DNA. We're in section 3, segment 3 of Celebrate Life, Not Me, and we're talking about changing your DNA. And we are in day 7 of days of preparation, and we are getting ready for the proposal from the king. So, day 7, changing your DNA. Yes. Now we spoke about the whole issue of DNA and the blood and so on. If you want to hear about that, go back. We have already done a half an hour on that, and we're into our 3rd segment. Here we're going to go and explain the steps of the liens that were against our DNA and how we can get rid of them. Number 1, the whole issue of gene has to do with generation. The ration that we got from our as in generation, right? So, what amount of this did you get from your father? You got his eyes, you got the nose from your mother, you got the mouth from this, and guess what? You ever hear about throwback gene?